Hey everyone, Game Pizza Boy here, and welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. Today's video, I just wanted to kind of do a quick little discussion and kind of give like a look back on my past gaming with Mario, with everything that's been announced recently today for Charles Martinet, and I just wanted to kind of give my thoughts about it because it definitely impacts me very much as a fan because Mario's been part of my life for a very long time, and I just wanted to kind of discuss it a bit, just kind of talk about it a little more because it feels much more nicer that I can at least kind of talk to you guys how my feelings about this and how it impacts me as a gamer and how it made up pretty much my life of gaming for a very long time. Before we begin, I would like to let you guys know, if you can, definitely leave in the comment section below and tell me what is your favorite video game from Mario. I like to hear that, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. What's your favorite Mario video game? I personally obviously would say Luigi's Mansion because it was my first game I play. If I had to choose someone else besides with my boy Luigi, Mario Galaxy, the first one on the Wii, it was really good, really fantastic indeed. So that's one of my favorite games. So definitely let me know what your thoughts in the comments below. Let's go ahead and get right into it, and let's talk about some about Mario and Charles Martinet, the talented voice behind this recognizable character in video game history. So if you guys did not know, it was just announced today that from Nintendo of America on their official Twitter post that they have a message for the fans of the Mushroom Kingdom, and they want us to take a look. And it was just announced that Charles Martinet, of course, has been the voice of Mario in Nintendo games for a long time, as far back as Super Mario 64, which is honestly amazing though, because that game came out literally like in '96. So he's been doing this for about two decades or so, pretty much, which is honestly amazing. It's just fantastic. Charles is now moving on into the brand new role of Mario Ambassador. With this transition, he will be stepping back from recording character voices for our games, but he'll continue to travel the world, sharing the joy of Mario and interacting with you all. It has been an honor working with Charles to help bring Mario to life for so many years, and we want to thank and celebrate him. Please keep an eye out for a special video message from Shigeru Miyamoto and Charles himself, which we will post at a future date. This news definitely hits me right there because Mario's been part of my life for a very long time, and many people's lives who've been video gaming. And honestly, especially Charles, who is a talented person to voice the character and has brought so many memories to the lives of many young gamers out there, including myself. It's thanks to him I'm here, especially the most, as I'll say for myself very much, that I'm here gaming and talking about this stuff right now. It definitely brings to my heart knowing that obviously this is the end of an era, pretty much an era that we will never see Charles probably most likely voice these wonderful characters again, including the recognizable Mario. But at least we know that he's still representing the amazing fans and its community, and he's going to be representing as an ambassador for the character and its franchise. And I know he's going to be definitely helping out, working hard to keep the character still amazing, even if he's not behind the mic for it. And he's going to hopefully have someone also amazingly talented to do the same and to voice this wonderful character. Now, I know obviously there are probably going to be a lot of people thinking, what's going to happen next with Mario? Like, who can really voice Mario? Who can do such a talented voice like Charles, at least, or even if they can do even more? Honestly, I think that with Charles as the Mario ambassador, and obviously Nintendo by his side, especially the most, as always, I have no doubt that there will be a lot of bigger chances that we will see, hopefully, an amazing, talented, never young voice actor who will come in and voice Mario and Luigi and Wario and Waluigi and do all the amazing voice of these characters with ease. And I believe Charles and Nintendo will do it right for the fans very much and for its wonderful games, because even if no one truly can replace Charles, I believe there will be someone out there who can do just as great or still at least good from the eyes of these amazing people who are behind the amazing video games that we all seen. I have good hopes that we will be seeing fantastic still future for Mario and the voice of these amazing characters. Now, just to kind of go over now pretty much my life playing games, especially Mario games the most, where do I begin? I mean, it's honestly a very long time of my hard work that I do. I can just remember getting my GameCube when I was super young, when I was at least probably like 2 years old or something like that. I was very young. Like, I'm not joking. I was very young when I started gaming. I started since 2001, and I was born in 1999. I was born just before the beginning of the 21st century. Just near the end of the 20th to the beginning of the 21st century, for God's sakes. And when that era of gaming started to escalate even further with the GameCube, I remember when I got that, I was so nervous, and I was still learning a lot about gaming, but it's honestly fascinating that thanks to this wonderful franchise that I get to be here and just enjoy these video games and be part of it. Because of Luigi's Mansion, with obviously Charles' role voicing the characters of Mario and Luigi, as we all know and love, it's impacted me. It marked me down to who I will become, a gamer, and it helped lead me down the path where I could be. And just the many roles that happened, I could just remember all the amazing games that I've been through and just having a good experience, having a good life time, just having a good youth, and it's amazing. It's really fascinating how far, because of this man voicing this character, impacted me as a gamer and made me fall in love with the characters. I could just remember, like, obviously playing Super Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion, and Mario Kart Double Dash at first in the GameCube, Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, especially Mario Sunshine the most, because that was the first definitive Mario game I ever played. That actually I played Mario, of course, and oh my god, man, for being like the 3D kind of platformer era for me, and just impacted me a lot. It was fun. It was enjoyable. Almost, I would never let go of that GameCube ever since when I was young. I would never let go, and I would take it anywhere with me, especially during occasions. Hell, I took it with me on vacation, for God's sakes. When I go to vacation, literally on Disney, when I was young, I used to take my GameCube with me, so I would play that in my hotel room. It was fun. It was great. It showed that how much I cared about Mario and how it impacted me very much when I just hop on that GameCube and start playing either Luigi's Mansion to suck up some ghosts, or Mario Sunshine when I'm just flying around hovering with FLUDD just to get those shine sprites, or just racing around the tracks of Mario Kart Double Dash, to even just enjoying the wonderful story over and over and over again of Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, and exploring all the worlds again and again and again as I collect those crystal stars and get those badges and defeat enemies and save the princess. It was awesome, man. It was a fascinating time, and I could just remember how excited I was once I started moving further into my life of gaming with Mario and many other games along the way, but especially Mario the most when I got other consoles. Like, I remember eventually just getting my DS Lite, which was like one with the Game Boy Advance port combined with the DS, and eventually even a DS, but I also had like some tons of those games. Like, I remember getting Super Mario 64 DS at the time. Enjoyed that. That was my first time playing a remake of basically of a previous game that came out, because obviously DS is technically like a remake, you could say, I guess, which is like very much new content and it's updated graphics, stuff like that. I mean, it literally had Mario, Luigi, Wario, and Yoshi as playable characters. Damn, count me in right there. It was awesome. And just listening to those sound effects and just hearing, obviously, whenever I played the characters, especially Mario, Luigi, Wario, just, you know, doing their little jumps and noises and stuff like that as I hop around the world. It was wonderful. It felt very lively, and New Super Mario Bros. Being pretty much my proper first 2D Mario game I played, because I never played any 2D Mario games much, because I didn't get around to that until eventually, once I got the Wii, especially, and that DS for the game, especially the most. Because most of the time, everything was like 3D these days. It was never really 2D fully. I mean, back in those pretty much mid to late 80s and 90s, there were plenty of 2D games until eventually the 64 came out and everything jumped to 3D, as we all know. So it was a different fresh there. I didn't get a Game Boy Advance at the time. I'll just say that right there. There was many consoles I skipped along the way, but of course, I was very young. I didn't actually choose my consoles. Pretty much, my parents just got them for me, whatever was the latest. I didn't even know there was even such thing as a DS at all until they showed it to me and gave it to me. And it was like, wow, a handheld console to take on the go? That's awesome. And having those games were fantastic. It was great. It was amazing. It was perfect. And the Wii came out, and oh my god, where do I begin with the Wii, man? The Wii was probably, to me, one of my most, and it still is one of my favorite consoles to this day. GameCube, I still love it very much as it's classic, it's my first console, but the Wii was so awesome, so innovative its time right there with its motion control ideas, and the mini games that were included in it, including for Mario, such as Super Paper Mario and its amazing story and gameplay of its way, even though unique to what I've played before since Thousand Year Door, to Mario Kart Wii was amazing as well. Even had the Wii wheel and all that stuff. And just, oh my god, it was so amazing. And Mario Galaxy, oh my god, man, Mario Galaxy. That game was probably the first game where I definitely realized even further in my life that I knew that I was going to keep enjoying this even further. That I wanted to make this part of my life. And I made sure to do so. And it became that way. It's because of this character, because of this franchise, because of this talented man who voices character, that I'm here right now enjoying this, and I could say how much I really am dedicated to these games and how much I enjoyed them. It's amazing, and I'm very proud to say I'm a Mario fan. I'm proud to say that because it's really enjoyable, and I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful that I can make a good future for myself as a gamer to enjoy these games a lot. Especially Mario Galaxy. Mario Galaxy was one of the most fantastic games. It's probably one of my #1 favorite games ever that it released, since I started playing many Mario games. I love Mario Galaxy. It's unique, it's colorful, the space concept is amazing, the characters, the enemies, the story that goes along with it, and just the many things that includes, from its amazing, beautiful world, its challenging different levels and other related stuff like the comments that do, or even the final related ones. And I'm talking about like Mario Galaxy 2. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Final Trial, from Mario Galaxy 2, from the Grandmaster Galaxy. I'm pretty sure anyone knows what I'm talking about. That shit was tough, and I enjoyed that. It was difficult. I get pissed off very easily as a kid, but I enjoyed that. And not only that, especially the most, is that once after that, when the 3DS came out, when games like Mario Kart 7, Super Mario 3D Land, those games came out, then the Wii U came out with all their games, New Super Mario Bros. U, and a Super Nintendo where that had some cool Mario themed stuff, and just what can I say? I mean, I'm speechless about how far I can go for this. I mean, it's like, I've been doing this for so long. And just seeing my life grow into this love for this character and the franchise itself, and it's just amazing how far we've come from since the 80s, even way before I was born. For many fans, since the 80s, when Mario Brothers and Donkey Kong hit the arcade machines, and then Mario Bros. Came out on the NES, and since then it became an influence for a lot of fans, and people love the games. And thanks to that, a lot of us, including myself, is here to this day to enjoy these games at all. And I'm grateful that Nintendo and Charles, eventually in the 90s, who became a voice actor a lot for Mario and Luigi, Wario and Luigi, eventually became such a big deal. And then eventually, here we are now with the Switch. I'm still playing many Nintendo games. I just got back to playing Mario Kart Deluxe. It's been a hot minute since I played it. I'm streaming the game. Even when I got my PC back in 2020, I even literally did my first Nintendo-related game stream, and it was literally Mario Odyssey, which I've already played, but I wanted to replay the whole thing again and try to gather every moon stuff, which I did on my couple of streams doing it. It was really enjoyable. And I really want to go back to play some more Nintendo games again, and Mario-themed games again, very much. Besides Mario Kart or Mario Odyssey, I got some ideas in mind I want to kind of think about. But this is a prime example of how much I even still play Mario, despite the fact I'm playing games like Star Wars Battlefront, Dead by Daylight, Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Outlast. Just these many games right here that are so different compared to when I used to play a lot of Mario, and yet I still choose to play Mario because it's part of me. It's part of my life. I can literally keep saying this every time in my life, that if anyone tells me and asked me what influenced me the most to make me into a video gamer completely, it would be Mario. It was because of Mario that I am here doing this, to be able to talk about and make content for gaming for this. And I could keep doing this probably until the day I finally just, these fingers, these hands, these gaming hands, just crack up and wither away, and I can't do anymore. And now, my final thing I'll say very much is to Charles. Charles Martinet, you are truly one of the most amazing, talented voice actors that have ever existed in anything for gaming for video game characters in history. I respect you, dude. I looked up to you. You are truly a fascinating, talented person, and I'm grateful, we're grateful to have you be part of this family with Nintendo and for the Mario franchise, and been doing this for a long time. And even though, despite the fact that you are now moving on to much more bigger adventures now, besides voicing the character, and now more just now representing that character you have voiced for so long, I have good high hopes that you will still be there to help keep it up to the pretty much the day your game is over, as I'll say right there. And I know you and Nintendo will be hopefully keeping the character shining bright as always. And I know there's going to be someone out there that you guys have got in mind that will still fill in those shoes to voice the ever so amazing Super Mario and his amazing adventures throughout the Mushroom Kingdom. And will be there still, no matter what. I will still be by your side. I will still be there as another player anytime. Hop on. So just hand me a controller. Just give me a controller right there and let me join in the fun, because I will be there to enjoy it and be ready for an amazing, fantastic adventure with these amazing characters and this amazing world that has managed to test the time, literally influenced me as a gamer and has managed to put me where I am today. So thank you, Charles. Thank you, Charles Martinet, for everything, for my life, my childhood, and for an amazing adventure. And I will be happy to ready for the new adventure you got in store for us very much. So that's all I'm going to say right there. I'm not going to take this for too long anyway. I just wanted to kind of come out to talk about this. I thank you all once again for all your amazing support for my life of gaming. I thank you, Charles, for not just for myself, but for everyone within the Mario community and for Nintendo in general for pretty much making such amazing, talented moments and great memories for us that played the games that your character or that you voiced as has influenced on us. And thank you to also Nintendo as well for everything, especially to the most. And I am looking forward to ready to jump back into that warp pipe and for another amazing adventure with Mario, as always, whether it be Charles voicing the character or some newcomer. Either way, I'm ready for it. So I'm ready to hit start and get going for sure. So ready for it, my friend. Thank you. Woohoo! Thank you so much for watching this video. Take care, my friends. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And as Mario would say, hey, thank you so much for playing my game. Bye-bye.